Hi everyone, welcome to Fun Crafty Hands. Today I am doing a craft kit review. In addition to reviewing this craft kit, I'm actually going to compare this craft kit to if I spent the exact same amount of money that I spent on the kit and I went out and I purchased within that budget the things that I will need as close to the craft kit as I can get it, the things that I will need to do the exact same thing. So the idea is to compare whether the kit is value for money, if it's limiting by what the company has put inside the box, and if I could get away with it cheaper or get better products for the same or less amount of money. So let's go ahead and get on with it, and I'll show you the craft kit for this week. So here's the kit I chose. It cost $19.95. I purchased it from a store called Spotlight. If you live in Australia, then you will might be quite familiar with Spotlight. They have a lot of craft supplies, and there's a section for kids craft kits, and I chose this one because it looked like it gave a little bit of freedom of creativity, looked like a decent sort of a product that you end up with at the end. And yeah, so let's have a look at the box. It says 8 to 9, I may need some help. 10 to 12, I can do it. Well, I'm a bit older than both of those times. Yeah, well, we won't do the math on that. Definitely old enough to be doing that on my own. And it's by a company called it's by Colorific, sorry. Down the bottom there, Colorific, and it's a kids projects. So turn the box around, see what we have. As simple as paint, bake, enjoy. Contents: 1 white cup, that would be it there, a white saucer, a saucer stand, because we all need one of those, 8 paint pots, a paint brush, and a set of instructions. All right, let's open it up and see what we get for our 20 bucks. Okay, so it looks like, wow, that is a little smaller than I was expecting. That's the cup, okay.
Some cardboard, and some cardboard, more cardboard, more cardboard.
I suppose I have to appreciate that they're packing it very carefully. There's the little saucer for the little cup. Very cute indeed. And here we have our saucer stand. And it goes like that. Yep, lovely, lovely to display it. You're not going to use it. And wow, those paint pots are tiny, but I suppose it's only a little cup, so hopefully that will be enough. Now let's check these colors out. So we've got red, yellow, blue, green, black, orange, purple, pink. Now I appreciate they've given us the primaries plus a black and then some other colors so we don't have to do any mixing. I have to say I'm super disappointed there's no white. Why would you need white, you might ask? Because white on white, so that I can do mixing of my own colours and make these the colours and the shades that I want, but there's no white, so I can't do that. Gotta say, that's my first big minus. I can get over the small cup, but I can't get over not having white. All right, let's move on. Enough grouching. And here we have our paint brush. Nice fine tip. It feels a bit cheapy. We've got some hairs that are rather stray here. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. All right. First put down some old newspaper to prevent mess. Yep, I've got some butcher's paper down. Wear a smock or old clothes to protect your clothing. I'll take the risk. Paint your design on the cup and saucer. It is not recommended to paint the inside of the cup. Wash paintbrush immediately after design is complete. Get an adult, that's me, most of the time, to preheat the oven to 150 degrees Celsius.
So that's for us here in Australia, or 300 degrees Fahrenheit, I think that's America. Get an adult to place both the cup and saucer in the oven carefully, bake 25 minutes. Some cooking times may vary. Turn off the oven after 25 minutes and leave the door open, allowing the cup and saucer to cool before removing them safely. Hand wash your cup and saucer and they are ready to use.
Lovely. Okay. Warnings. What do we got? Choking hazard, sharp points, yada yada. All right. Well, let's just get on with it, shall we? Okay. So I need to come up with a design for this cup, and I'm not actually sure exactly what I'm going to do yet. Do I get super creative for this one, or do I try and replicate what they did on the box? And I don't mind what they've done on the box. It's very colourful. I think they've stuck to the colours in the paint pots, which would make it much easier. Yeah, let's do something similar to what's on the box. So I'm actually going to use some tape to help me as a guide. Any sort of tape should do. I've got some colour tape here so you can actually see me using it a bit easier rather than clear or white. Ooh, wish I could just decorate it with the tape. It would look cool. Don't think it would last very well though. So I'm just going to go ahead and tape that up. And as you can see here, I am just laying down the tape really randomly, just as a rough guide to help keep my lines a bit straighter. I will later regret not putting more thought into it. Luckily my nails are already broken at the moment, because this would be okay, they're not easy. Oh, there we go. I hate these paint pots, they're so fiddly. Especially when you've got big fingers like mine. Maybe this is where you can't be over 12 to use it like the box says. Now, I am no art expert, not even in the slightest. I'm just your run-of-the-mill humble home crafter. So what you are seeing now is me procrastinating on what colour scheme I wanted to use. I had decided to go for more muted colours by mixing complementary colours together. Seems there was no white to go for more pastel colours that I like. But when I really looked in the pots, they were quite low. So I worried there would not be enough colours to complete the project. So in the end, I went for more warm, tropical type candy sort of thing by using pink, orange and yellow, and then adding purple for a bit of contrast. Do I sound like I know what I'm talking about? No? Yeah, I didn't think so either. Now, what am I going to do about this handle? I think it'll have to be orange. Didn't think of that, did I? Let's just leave it as is for now. And I suppose I don't have to paint it, do I? Yeah, okay. Moving on. As you can see here, there's quite a big difference in the colours that I've put down. The orange was very see-through, very transparent, whereas the yellow was going down far more solid. So I knew different colours were going to need a different amount of layers to try and get them to look the same. Oh, and here you can see I'm messed up around the handle. That tape job was really bad, and this is a good example of what happens when you go in without a game plan. But oh well, carry on, what will be will be. Okay, so that's 2 colours laid down, 2 coats laid down. The yellow seems to have gone pretty well. The orange looks like it still needs another coat because it's still not nice and solid. But you know what? I'm just going to move on. Otherwise I'll be here all day laying down colours, and I want to get on to the next 2 colours. So in order to do that, I'll rip the tape off. So going with this candy type look. Now I'm going to put my pink and my purple stripes in there. And yeah, let's see how we go. Oh no, I'm not going to like this pink at all. How see-through that is. Oh, the coats it shall take. So after whinging and griping about how terrible the pink is and how many coats it's going to take, I just get on with it, trying to touch up this terrible paint job. I didn't realise how hard it would be to paint on a ceramic surface, and I was not liking the brush or the paints. But really I'm thinking it's just my inexperience, and with practice I'll get better. Maybe. Okay, I've decided to give the cup a rest, just because I'm getting a little bit worried that I'm not going to have enough paint to do the saucer in the matching colours. Yeah, plus it'll give that paint time to dry, so I can get another coat down. Another 20 coats for the pink. Alright, now I'm trying to decide what to do on here. Now I don't think I want to go for dots. Would be a nice contrast in the same colours. But I'm thinking maybe the same, but are the stripes going that way? Or just around and around and around? If you want to, leave a comment below on what you would have chosen to do on the saucer compared to the stripy cup. I think it's going to blend into the cup if I just do the stripes that way, and I don't know if I want that, so I'm thinking, yeah, let's make it really difficult for myself and do stripes, circles, stripes, stripe, circles, you know what I mean, round and around. Oh dear, let's see. Okay, well, I think I've gone as far as I want to go with this. My battery went flat before, so while it was charging, I got a couple of extra coats of pink. And do you know what? I've had enough. I've had enough of painting this thing over and over and over, trying to build up those colours, and it's still just not happening. So this is it. I'm stopping there. I don't mind things taking me a while as long as I feel like I'm making progress, but with this I just feel like I'm just doing the same thing over and over and over. So that's it. Here it is in all its glory. My workstation has gotten a little bit messy. It hasn't turned out too badly. It's kind of cute in a rough, rustic kind of way. There we go. I have to say though, I'm glad that I went around with the colours rather than striping them out. I actually think that looks kind of cute in a sense. I hope that the paints that I've brought for the other version will lay down much easier and I'll be less frustrated and I'll be able to do a much nicer design. But yeah, I'm just gonna pack this one away and I'll bake it soon, as the box says. But for now, I'll just quickly have a little clean up and get ready to show you the next part of this video. Okay, so here we are. $20 was my budget, or $19.95. I've spent the majority on my paints, getting ceramic paint. This packet cost me $13, $12.99, let's round up, $13. It came from Red Dot store, and it's Mont Marte? Mont Marte? I don't actually know how to pronounce that. And in this, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colours. You get your primaries, so yellow, red, blue, green, black, and look over here, white. So not as much colour choice as the kit, but I am getting much more. You can just see in there, the pots are much bigger. I'm going to have much more control. This white, that's what I'm happy about. Then I've spent $3.50 on some brushes, again from the Red Dot store, Mont Marte. I've got some different choices. I really don't think I'm going to be needing this one. Don't need that. Okay, so yeah, this, I don't think I'm going to be using this brush. It looks pretty rough. I might use that for gluing something. I'll put it in my box and save it for later. This one does look much better. That's really smooth, nice flat brush. I can see that I might be able to do some nice fine edge work with that one. And then this one here, as you can see, that is a really fine tip. Not that I'm very good with fine work. My hands get a bit of a shake, but yeah, that's 2 nice brushes to use. That left me with a budget of about $3.50 to get some ceramics, and that's easily enough done. I picked up a mug. That was $1. Yes, $1 for the mug. This I'm actually only going to use as a tester mug because I've got another cup that was the same price, but rather than the mug shape, it's this shape. And as you can see, I've already started laying down a picture. I was a little, maybe a bit too ambitious, so I don't know which one I'll paint. I will only paint one of them. It'll either be this one or this one. I'm going to start with this one just to test the paints on it. And then I've got this guy. Now I could have got a saucer like the kit had, but I didn't really want a saucer. I'm not too big on saucers. They're really, no. So I went for a bowl, thinking I might actually use it as a dip bowl. And as you can see, I've already started to put down a design there. Ooh, look a bit flash. Hope they're as good as they look. Maybe I should, interesting. I'm thinking maybe I should read the instructions.
Make sure the surface is dry and clean. Create your design with a paintbrush or sponge. Allow it to dry completely for 24 hours. Once dry, heat in the oven for approximately 30 minutes at 140 degrees Celsius to fix. Temperature may vary depending on oven. Testing is recommended. Avoid washing for 24 hours. Gentle hand wash to clean. Do not soak. So very similar to the paints that came in the other set.
Okay, so let's get testing. Ooh, nice brush. Okay, I'm just gonna pop them all out. They look like they need a mix. So let's do some super shaking. Ooh, okay, I think that's gonna need a lot of shaking. Yeah, I might go off camera and shake these for a while. I'll be back. Oh, that is so stupid. Okay, I'm gonna have to get something to get that off later. All right. Okay, so I've been doing a bit since we last left off. I've mixed up some colours. I've got some orange, some pink, some purple, which I'm not entirely happy with, but it's the best I could do it. I don't know why, I can never get the purple the way I want it. Which, well, that purple was better than that attempt. I've got some turquoise, green, blue, all of that. I went ahead and laid down a second coat on the yellow, which I then went back and lightened the yellow up because I didn't like the way the yellow went when it dried, and put that second coat down. I thought, yep, looks beautiful, and now it has dried and gone really bright. But I'm getting scared that I'm already halfway through my white, so I'm too scared to lighten it anymore. So we're just going to have to go with this colour palette. I'm not really happy with it. They're drying brighter than what they're going down as, but that's life. And as you can see, I've gone ahead and started laying down some more colours. I really think when it comes to this type of detailed work, I really need to just lay down that first colour, get it to the colour I want, and then go back over the top with the detail. Cover that up anyway, but I think that looks cute. I like the flowers. Oh, they're so much better than my wonky hearts. So here we are, still laying down paint. Getting on to, I've just decided to stop being so fussy and finicky and just get the paint down in patches like a patchwork quilt, go back, do a second coat, then I'll go back and worry about the details. Okay, finally we've got our colours down, and we're down to the home stretch where I'm going to do some outlining. I've already had a test run to see what tool is going to be the best, and I'm going to go with this brush. It was just the easiest to control, so I'm just going to use the black, and I need to mix it. I can take it straight out of the pot, and I'm just going to go through and outline all the patches and then pop in some little stitches here and there to make it look like my patchwork quilt. And finally, both mugs are painted and complete. They just need to be baked in the oven, which I'll have to let them sit 24 hours first, pop them in the oven, then I'll do my final rate review and compare. Alrighty crafters, here is the final review and compare. This is the finished product after baking of the box kit by Colorific. What's my final verdict on this? Meh. Pretty average, actually. Pretty average. I mean, for, as they say on the box, 8 to 9 years old, I may need some help, and maybe for an 8 to 9 year old, or even younger actually, it might be an okay product to use, but 10 to 12 or any older, you know, if you're a little bit serious about it and you really do want to do something that is quite nice, I just wouldn't recommend it. The paints are too thin, they go down quite gloopy, you have to get lots of coats, which then they start packing on too much and getting all bubbly and bleh. And I mean, I'm so inexperienced, I could just be totally doing it wrong. The paintbrush was terrible and made it hard to put the colours down. You can see the end result, just it doesn't look that great, it doesn't feel that great, and of course no white. That was a real big killer for me, no white. However, let's get this out the way and you can go. Buying the products myself was way better. You can feel this paint feels so much nicer after baking. The colours have come out not exactly how I wanted them to, but that's more my fault for mixing them wrong. But they did lay down a lot easier. I only had to do 2 coats, whereas this took, I lost count. Yeah, so overall definitely a better product, going for the Mont Marte paints, the Mont Marte paintbrushes, and then just buying my own cups. And I've got the bowl, so I think that this cup was $2, no, $1. The bowl was $2, so I came in just under $20 for the 2 pieces. I had the mug there, but that wasn't a part of doing the makeover. That was just as a tester. And I didn't get to paint the bowl. I will eventually do the bowl. Yeah, this one just ended up taking a lot longer than I expected. But yeah, in the end, I was pretty happy with this. Came out really cute. My little patchwork quilt mug. I learnt a lot, and I think I might do some more ceramics. I'm not fantastic at it, but I quite enjoyed it. So that's all for this week. Hit subscribe because I do plan on doing more fun crafty hand videos, more kit reviews, and I will tell you I've already got my next kit ready to go for the next video, and it's a Crayola kit. Wonder what it'll be. So join us again for more fun crafty hands.